How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be explaining to you why Yuji Itadori, the main character from Jujutsu Kaisen, is an absolute drip king, okay? Now, I know what somebody's going to say. Somebody's like, dude, he wears a school uniform with a red hoodie and red shoes. That's it. Ain't that much drip. Okay, now, I get that. I do get that. But there's a couple things. One, do you see anybody else wearing that school uniform with a red hoodie and red shoes? No, you don't. And two, does that uniform look better with a red hoodie and red shoes than it does with whatever everybody else wearing with it? Yeah, it does. So he got you on that one. Now, the big point I actually want to make is, to me, for anime characters, drip isn't just about the clothing. I feel like this is pretty standard thought, but I just want to, say it just to make sure. To me, that's, clothing, personality, with Yuji Itadori specifically, fighting style. This is where Yuji, he's got too much drip when it comes to his fighting style, okay? Because to me, especially with anime characters, it's kind of, drip is something that embodies their entire character themselves. Like, is that character got drip, or does this character not have drip? To me, that's an entire thing for them. Now, people, maybe not quite as much. For real life human beings, I'd say more of, clothes and, personality. Maybe a little bit of how you talk. If your job is to fight, maybe a little bit of how you fight. And don't get me wrong, I ain't put myself on this list. This is not a list you will be seeing me on anytime soon. I am nowhere close to a drip king. I am goofy as hell. You can't be goofy as hell and be a drip king. It's just, it doesn't work that way. Now, one other thing I don't want to hear any of. I don't want to hear any of this. Gojo has more drip than Yuji. No, he does not. No, he does not. Gojo wears an outfit that has one color, and one color only. That ain't drip. He does pull it off good, I'll give him that. But it's one color only. You gotta have a little something. Little something. Yuji gets bumped up, even though he only has two colors and it ain't that big of a deal. But everybody else wearing the same thing he's wearing doesn't look as good. So him compared to other people wearing the same stuff gives him a little boost. Ain't nobody else wearing Gojo's outfit with less than one color, because you can't have less than one color. Everything gotta be one. Well, I guess you could wear all white. That's technically no, but whatever. That doesn't matter. That's not all right. Semantics. The other thing about Gojo is you're gonna say, well, what about his fight style, man? He said this. No, he is just OP. Gojo does not have that much flair and drip when he's fighting. He got some. He has some. I ain't taking it all away from him. But Yuji got more. Gojo wears one color and he's OP as hell. Okay? He just toys with people and tells them they're weak. He's amazing, not a drip king. He will be in another series that I'll be doing called Is an Absolute Animal. Gojo Satoru is an absolute animal. Yuji Itadori, while also an animal, is a drip king. Now, where do I start off when it comes to his fighting style? Because I feel like his fighting style is the main reason why he's a drip king, at least in my eyes. This dude is just flashy as all hell when he fights. We gotta start with his fight with Todo, because that one's been animated. This dude, I can't remember if he got launched backwards or like he was just jumping back to dodge backward. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's not the important part. The important part is he grabs this tree limb, flips backward, flips back around, kicks, at Todo. Todo dodged. Drip and fighting style is not whether you land the attack or miss the attack. It's just how you fight. So, Todo dodges. He swings his momentum back up into the air, through the trees, out of Todo's line of sight, way back, because Todo just punched straight past him. Or no, Todo slid past him. Yeah, he did his two-leg guitar slide on a rock concert. That's what he looked like. So anyway, Yuji flips up, backward, out of line of sight, comes back down on top of Toto. That was dope. How you gonna miss an attack and just flip right back into place perfectly for another attack? That's cool as hell. I love all this flippy dippy mother. I'm gonna have to edit that out a little bit. Love all that. I love all that Yuji does. Man, I'm getting hyped just thinking about Yuji fighting, honestly. That's why I had to make this video. Another one. This dude is how new to being a Jujutsu sorcerer, and yet he has already managed to hit, what, 3 or 4 black flashes in a row? He hit Kokusen like 4 times in a row on Hanami. I'm pretty sure 5 times in total. 1, and then it was a bit with him and Toto fighting, and then I think he hit 4 in a row. It might have been 3 in a row. That doesn't matter. Pretty sure it was 4. Because I remember Hanami saying that his record was 4 in a row, and I'm pretty sure Yuji hit that. Doesn't matter. Anyway, dope. This dude's been a Jujutsu sorcerer for like 4 or 5 months. Because wasn't he dead? Or damn! Get back over there, buddy. I hit the hell out of my pop filter that time. Alright, so where the hell was I? What am I even doing anymore? Oh yeah, I remember where I was. This dude was dead, or thought to be dead, for what, like a few months or something? Like, it was a little bit of time that he was thought to be dead. So he's been a Jujutsu sorcerer for a little bit, I'm pretty sure. But not that long to be landing 4 Kokusen, to remind everybody, Kokusen is a big deal. If you are an amateur sorcerer and you somehow manage to land a black flash, just performing the attack on accident one time immediately boosts you up to being a way better sorcerer. As Toto explained, you instantly going from cooking with an ingredient you've never tasted to knowing what that ingredient tastes like and being able to build around it. That is a huge deal. This dude has not been a sorcerer for that long and landed like 4 in a row. That's nuts. And then another thing I want to get into. This is one of the dopest things he's done. In my opinion, at least. This is just dope as hell to me. I don't know why I like this so much, but I do. He was fighting Mahito. And while, yes, Yuji has, I would assume, some kind, at least a little bit of formal fighting training in the past. Otherwise, I don't know how the hell he would fight this good. I would assume he has some. We haven't really been told that he underwent, like, extensive martial arts training or anything like that. We were just told he's strong as hell, fast as hell. I mean, he's basically just superhuman, as far as we know. This dude can perform an ancient martial arts technique known as a knee release. Now, I'm going to read you a little bit from a wiki. Because, wikis aren't the greatest thing in the world, but hey, most of them, as far as anime, are pretty correct. He is capable of performing a knee release, which is an ancient martial arts technique that eliminates starting movement. Yuji can release his knees, hips, and shoulders to guide him to his opponent's feet instead of falling down. By combining this technique mentioned above with Taito martial arts, Yuji can perform a Mangy Kick, where he uses the momentum to throw his right leg upwards and land a kick to his opponent's head. I don't know if anybody else remembers when he did that to Mahito, but it was some of the sickest shit. Like, Mahito looked like he was about to annihilate Yuji's entire face. Like, he was about to make Yuji look like Freddy Krueger by punching him. I think. I'm pretty sure he's just a regular punch. Yuji just instantly, out of nowhere at the last second, just poof, disappears. Okay, this is anime. People have disappeared in a lot of different ways. They've used substitution jutsu. They've been super fast. They've used instant transmission or another type of teleportation ability. They've, like, dug underground. They've jumped really high at last second. Like, there's so many different things that people have done in anime to disappear at the last second and miss an attack. I don't think that many people have ever used a knee release. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen it done before in anime. I can't think of what anime or where, but I feel like I've seen it done before. But it's dope as hell. You're telling me you can instantly just, boop, like reflexively, instantly just drop with no starting movement, nothing. That's like halfway to Ultra Instinct. Okay, calm down. I'm kidding. But still, it is extremely impressive for somebody that we have not been concretely told went through a lot of training to be able to do things like that. That is like a high level ancient martial arts technique. And when you really think about it, that would actually be something that would be tough to master. Basically eliminating your body's input lag. That would be tough. This dude got drip, okay? Now, moving on from the Mangy Kick knee release. Whoop! Instant fucking head. Bam! Moving on from that. Where the hell was I going next? I knew what I was doing next, and now I forgot what I was doing next. The hell's wrong with me? Oh yeah, we gotta get this moving along. I've already been recording for like 12 minutes. I'm not trying to make this a 30-minute video on why Yuji's got drip. This is basically where the manga is at right now. So if you were not caught up, I apologize. That is why I saved this for the end of the video. When you do get caught up to around 141-ish, I think that's where we're at right now. 141, don't quote me on that. When you get caught up to around that, or if the anime gets to that point, come back, even though you'll probably forget all about this video by then. But hey, if you remember, come back and check it out. Now, going into it. Yuji is currently fighting Yuta Okotsu. Yuta Okotsu is basically like the mini Gojo. People are like, alright, Gojo's sealed. We gotta get Yuta over here to handle this shit stat. Like, that's who people are waiting on now that Gojo is gone. Yuta is a monster. Okay? Absolute monster. And he has a katana. So, I got two examples of this shit Yuji's done in this fight against somebody who, assumedly, is way out of his league. Like, I get it. By this point in the manga, Yuji has gone under a lot of growth power-wise. He's gotten a lot stronger. He is a very powerful sorcerer. Don't get me wrong. But Yuta's been, like, hyped up. So I feel like Yuta's definitely got at least a decent gap in power on Yuji. So he's chasing him down. Yuji sees a car flipped over on its side. Goes to Dukes of Hazzard over a car that's much taller than the General Lee at this point, considering it's on its side. Dukes of Hazzard's that. Yuta, being pretty smart actually, and pretty cool himself, gets around the side of the car as fast as he can to swing up at Yuji as he comes over the car, making it very hard to dodge that attack. This was one of the dopest things I've ever seen. Yuji grabs the open door. Well, okay, the window was down. So he grabs like the door sill of the car, completely stops his momentum, pulls himself back, flips back over the car, and proceeds to mollywop this car straight into Yuta's face. If you have not seen that on panel, it might not sound as badass as I'm saying, or while I'm saying it, even though, if you ask me, that being described that way still sounds pretty badass. You need to go look it up, because it was amazing. Absolutely incredible. One of the coolest. I did not expect that at all. I thought he was gonna, like, once I saw him, like, grab it and stop and start to flip, I thought he was just gonna flip back and run the other direction. Nope. Just yeets the car into Yuta's face with his fist. Hell yes. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about, Yuji. Now, continuing on with the Yuta fight in the most recent chapter, because I believe that was like 2 chapters ago. Now in the most recent chapter, this dude, Dukes of Hazzards, threw a open, Hummer? Was that a Hummer or like a Jeep Wrangler? I think it was like a Hummer. We're going to say it was a Hummer. He Dukes of Hazzard through the open window of a Hummer, notices a knife on the seat, which went lucky as hell. We're going to be honest. That was just luck. Not that the knife really did that much, but it was still kind of dope. I mean, we've seen him fight with knives before. Like, what was the one called? Hang on, I still got that wiki up. Hang on. Demon something? Slaughter Demon. Okay. Okay, hang on. I almost forgot to mention that Yuji uses a weapon called Slaughter Demon. Hey, Bill. What do you want to name the weapon we just made? You don't care? Well, you just want to name it what it's going to do? What do you mean, what am I mean? Slaughter Demon. All it's going to do is slaughter demons. Okay. 1, it is just an awesome name. Slaughter Demon. That's cool. 2, who just names a weapon after what they're going to use the weapon for? What am I going to do with this? I'm going to use this to cut toast. This will be called the Toast Cutter. That's what I'm going to name my bread knife. The Toast Cutter. Alright, moving on. He grabs a knife out of this Hummer while he's flying through it. Just notices, whoop, mine. And proceeds to fight somebody who is more powerful than him, who is using a katana with a knife. You gotta have, 1, a high level of cojones, and 2, a high level of drip to pull off something like that. Now, granted, yeah, the knife gets, like, sliced in half, but that's Yuta being a badass, not Yuji not being a badass. Now, well, I guess it sort of was. I guess if Yuji was more proficient with imbuing weapons with its curse energy, then he probably wouldn't have been able to cut it in half, so whatever, doesn't matter. You ain't gotta be the most powerful dude, you ain't gotta know every technique to be a drip king. But something that helps is after a dude that, once again, is more powerful than you and uses his katana that he is using to slice your knife in half, after that happens, you go, fine, you don't want to fight with blades, I don't want to fight with blades either. Let me step on your katana and kick it in half. Video out. Done. 0. I don't gotta say nothing else. This dude kicked the katana in half. Just boop, whop. Most people are just terrified that there's... And this is after Yuta almost, like, spilled Yuji's guts onto the floor. Like, Yuji said, he's like, okay, my organs are still intact, but it's really deep and it's bleeding a lot. So I should still be fine, though. As long as my organs are good, I'm fine. Alright, let's go. No, Yuji, that's not normal. No! You especially don't get to go, okay, yeah, I'm really tired of this katana now. This is not fun. Stomp, kick, snap, done. He's a drip king. He be flipping all over the place, decking people out like it's no problem, using ancient martial arts techniques, Dukes of Hazzarding over cars, then stopping his momentum just to flip back and mollywop the car into somebody with his fist. Tell me he ain't a drip king. And he makes that school uniform look better than everybody else. Inomaki? I think it's Inomaki, the dude with the curse speech. He's got like white shoes or something with it. So like he's adding a little something. But let's be honest. That red goes with it way better. Now, do I think Inomaki should switch to the red? Nah, he got that like white gray hair. So that's good. That works. He got like top and bottom white gray, suit in the middle. Alright, cool. So, he works with the uniform a little bit, makes it better. So, like, hey, it's kind of bland. I need to up it a little bit. He wants to look good. Even though also on that wiki it says he doesn't actually really like hoodies that much. He's just indecisive, so he ends up wearing a lot of hoodies. I don't know why, but I find that hilarious because, I mean, honestly, it fits his personality, really. Yuji's kind of just a carefree dude for the most part. At least in his, like, personal life setting. So, yeah, with all that being said, he rocking the school uniform better than everybody else is. And literally everything I said about his fighting style is just dope. And I'm out. That's it. That's all we got. We good. Oh, wait. It's a JJK video. You know I gotta do it. I don't know how many people are still here, but you know what? I don't care if anybody sees it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of mad because that was a weak-ass clap, but hey, we out. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, Yuji's a Drip King.